there, everybody. This is No Name 17 Spore, and I am back with a game of my namesake, Spore. So last time we were working on this racing spaceship here, and we gotta get it done. We gotta actually finish it today. So, okay, first of all, we did have freedom enabled, and I did check this creation is shareable right now. I made a test share here, and it showed up online, or it showed up on Spore.com. We haven't made anything asymmetrical yet. We haven't done any of that, so we still have a good, probably a fair amount of complexity to play with. So, okay, something weird. You can't see that on the screen, thankfully. We need. There was something I was trying out very briefly on my own, and it was this sort of shape. So I think I have an idea of something I want to do here. Just kind of make this cockpit look a little less weird. It almost kind of half looks like it doesn't fit right now, so I want it to fit in a little better. And I have a strategy on how to do, or I have an idea on how to do that. You know what? Extend it out. You know what? Bigger. Okay. So we do this as step 1, and then step 2 is we take one of these guys, put it here, turn it all the way around, extend that out, shrink that as much as possible, then try to bring that back a couple. Down. So that kind of gets rid of that weird shape we had. But I don't think this is perfect. I think I need to move this down just a little more. Maybe to more here-ish. So that we still have a little bit of a step here. Always make it bigger too. So once this starts getting into the yellow, we have to be slightly concerned. Okay. So one other area I see where I want to add a piece is right here, because I don't think this looks super great. I'm actually going to rotate this piece slightly this way, because it looks slightly awkward. And the piece I want there in specific is this coaster harness. However, I've got to clip it in, and I don't actually have a piece properly going back there yet. So I guess the question is, do we want to try to squeeze in just a tiny bit of detail here using a box and then put this on the box? Let's try it. Let's try it out. Because I'd far rather have a piece I'm getting use out of than a piece I'm not getting use out of. But I don't think it'll work. I don't think that'll work. So I'm going to have a piece I'm not getting use out of, which is kind of lame. Alright. So, okay, so we got to have this box. It's going to be clipped in significantly. I'm going to shrink this piece down. What if I did this? Okay, so I'm going to align these pieces first before I clip them in. Okay, so we tilt the pieces a little bit to the side. Don't accidentally grab anything else. enlarge it, stick it maybe here-ish? Like that? Okay. Oh, Pete's sake, it won't let me align it the right way around, so I'm gonna have to do something else here. And now we can drag this in. There we go. I'll drag these pieces back. And then I can just play with their size a little bit. And just kind of try to get them in the right position at the right angle. I think that's good. I think that sells that look a little bit better than what I had before. Okay. The next thing I want to mess with is this right here, because the bottom of these pieces are clipping through, but I don't think that that looks great, what I had there before. You know, what I placed there while being really tired last night. So I think I want something different in this spot, but I'm not sure what I mean when I say I want something different in this spot, which makes it a lot harder to figure out what I want in this spot specifically. I want like a box of some sort. I have an idea. Actually, ooh, I have a better idea. What if we use these as almost a texture here? Could we do that? Like this? And then just kind of extend this back and forward? Maybe not a texture, maybe I do just obscure them fully. I don't know, that doesn't work anywhere near as well as I was hoping. Because this is kind of annoying. If we want to move them up, we'd have to do this. Which I'm not confident looks good. Although, let's try it. Actually, you know what? I do think that looks pretty good. That does solve my issue and keeps that a little smoother. Keeps the underside a little smoother. Next thing I want to mess with is these pieces right here. I don't think they're big enough. I think they should probably be like this size, about there. Then need to be pulled back more. Honestly, I'm going to flip them around this way. Okay, I need to pitch them up. So good thing is I'll pitch thing there. Okay, we can do that. I think that looks good and still create some of that negative space I want. Okay, so this is looking significantly better than what we had before. What else? What other details can we add on here? I'm trying to think. I guess it's hard because I'm getting to like a completed craft state, and it's like, it's not, it doesn't have all the details I can have. I can still fit more onto this. Which is a very unusual thing for Spore. You don't normally reach this state. Do that. That might work. One thought I've had is, what if we did something like, one, like antenna sticking out. There's a thought where I could put the antenna like here-ish instead. Just give it that little bit more verticality in the design, which I think would be helpful. Right, thinking about having like a piece similar to this back here, but I'm not exactly liking the position it's in. Oh. Let me select this piece. There we go. Just had to select it twice because apparently Spore is glitching on me. Okay, so my thought was like up there, but I don't think that's gonna work anywhere near as well as I was anticipating. So my next thought is mounted on the underside of this piece. Well, it should get this slightly lower. Yeah. Then I can kind of pitch it up like this. Okay. I'm not sure that looks great. So other thought is to have it upside down here. Don't do that, please. Not good enough. This? An idea. Weird idea. So take that, do this, and now we have this additional piece here, which we can do something with. Take this, turn it around this way. Always retract this. Do something more like that. I might want to bring this in just a touch to about there. But yeah, that looks pretty good, I suppose. Next thought would be bringing that more out to the side. Oh, please stop doing that. So... okay, that's what it's doing. It's flipping around. No. Okay, so I can't get away with that. Alright, I'll just leave it as is. At this point, this has become a game of, is there anything else I can add to this? Let's work on some coloring. Let's turn this into a bit of a coloring book and work on a paint scheme. So, the color I keep hearing suggested to me is red. I mean, technically I've only heard 3 suggestions so far, but 2 of them have involved a red color. So, I think we go with either primary or secondary is red. I'll start with like a primary red color. It'll make us go faster, you know? Okay, what if we did like red and white racing stripes like this? Just to kind of see what paint schemes we get. That one's not bad. So I want to see what happens if we go with like the red and white versus the pure red. The other thought is this. Or that. I think those 2 aren't as good. Those are both kind of lame. Actually, that's pretty good. That color scheme looks pretty sweet, too. So I think it's going to be one of these 2, actually. That's an interesting idea. Flip the color around. Or if we go with a pure red. We get more of this. I do think that the red-white's a little bit more interesting. I might try to downshift the red a little bit. What if we did like one of these colors instead? It's a little more pinkish. Or that, it's a little more maroon, and I kind of like that actually. I think that color just works a little better with what we have. So let's start by painting everything in this color. And then we'll get the detail in a couple other colors and kind of decide what secondary color we want to pair with this. And this underside will be in the secondary color. But so I'll just leave that as is for now. Alright, there's one more thing I need to mess with. That's this shouldn't be showing through. Probably does need to extend out just a little bit there. Or we can just forward ever so slightly. That kind of gets that fixed without weirdly adjusting this piece. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to take this piece and adjust it a bit. Let's try to color it a little bit more down like this, maybe? This almost looks like out of a cartoon, but I kind of like it. I kind of like this look. I want to see something. Can I extend you forward? And get away with it? I think the answer is yes, I can. I think this piece needs to be slightly larger, and these two also need to be slightly larger. Or only that one does. So you're already down there, I take it, and you're probably there. Yeah. I might dull that back to here, maybe. Or should this be the other way around? That should be the other way around. There we go. Got a classy cartoon look. Yeah, I kind of like it. And of course, I am going to mess with some of the colors more. Wow, it looks good in maroon. I like this kind of red maroonish. I like it. Like it a lot. I want to scroll down to the, what is it? The thing, just in case I want to post, or the Discord server for the Spore stuff, so I can post this in there. Not yet, but when I feel like it. Alright, so I want to mess with this underside color. Light red and more subdued blue do look good together. Yeah, I like that. I'm going for the win. I'm like already really happy with this first creation. Like, I think this is just an automatic submission. Like, normally it's like, oh, hey, here's a potential entry. This is like, no, this is an entry. This is just flat out an entry. No hesitation. There's gonna be zero hesitation from me with, you know, submitting this as an entry. I need a good pattern here. And I'm just gonna try out a, ooh, that one. That's the pattern. Okay, we need the engine, or we need an engine, nice engine texture. I'm thinking purple, go bright purple. Not quite there. I'm thinking of any insignia handcrafted pattern, probably. Probably somewhere on here. I have the complexity to do it. The reason I'm painting it now is so that I can figure that out. Ooh, okay, this texture always shines better, so I think I need to adjust this to be more saturated. No, I'm gonna switch to a yellow on the inside. I need a different pattern here, I think. Though this is a perfectly good pattern, you know, I think this here could use a different one like that. For example, let's actually see if this looks any good or not on the other side. Nope, that doesn't. Just like this. I don't think any of the ones on this page will. Maybe this one. Better if I try to... No, I don't think it's better if I try to smooth that out at all. I'm just trying different patterns here. Ah, damn it. I was gonna get a tissue, but I just couldn't grab one in time. Sorry about that. If you'll press in complexity later, you could replace the cockpit cylinders with cones. You mean like I've done? I mean, right now I'm not pressed for complexity. I'm on 50%. This is with freedom. This is with freedom on, it should be noted. But even so, you know, you can get a little bit into one more tick from this with freedom and still share. And I haven't made anything asymmetrical yet, which is a really good sign. That texture. Yeah, I'm happy with how this is turning out so far. And I want to give it an additional color too. I think that needs to be that color. What? Could do a black. Really? Can you have too many details? No, you can't. You cannot have too many details in Spore. Okay, so these are slightly weirdly aligned. I'm gonna bring it back like so. You know what? I will extend that out again, just so that that looks a little bit more consistent. I'll probably add another color there instead of the one I currently have on. Might do this. Yeah, no, that needs a different color. That definitely needs a different color. I'll keep this gray for the moment, but I'll decide on that different color later. One thing I think could use a different color is that. Well, let's try this out here. Okay, so this was what I was using. Actually, no, this was what I was using. Maybe a darker gray. I don't think that one works. Maybe like this. What if we went to one of like these patterns? That one's not terrible, I suppose. It has this weird stripe in them, and I don't want that. I assume like these guys are gonna suck. Yeah. Let's see what else we have. As part of the chassis ought to remain red. It's smooth and not so mechanical. I think going with the more mechanical look on these pieces kind of helps sell the rest of it. And I was kind of planning on them being this way. But again, we'll see. I think I need the right pattern to make it work. Okay. To try this one? Or this one? Or maybe the right shade. Maybe I do need them to be like proper black. Too light. Maybe I reduce... Oh, not that one. That one I keep darker. Maybe I reduce this one. So I have a little bit more of a consistent color. This is a pattern I normally use for detail like this. Two rustic, either bleach out, darken the red hull, or lighten the metal panels. Ooh, do I do that? Let's try lightening these. I'll see about it. I'm not sold. I think it looks better with the dark than with the light. Pattern. Those droplets like race car spoiler. I don't know. I haven't really like come up with a function for them. I think they're just kind of here to look cool. Because it does look a little more bland if they're just pure red. But I do also want to get another color here with the red, too. And this. Do this. Maybe add fins. Maybe. I don't know if that would... Oh, could that work? Like fins up, fins down. I don't think like fins this way or this way would work. I could. That is a strong consideration. Okay, I think that piece for certain is going to be that color. I'll debate on this piece. I kind of like it in that color. Fat fin. I'm trying to think of what you're thinking of here. Specifically, we'd probably be in the aircraft tab if we're wanting fins. I'm wanting, like, something kind of going up out of them? Just a bump, like, dead center. Okay. Kind of have that, but... How would I implement that is the question. Think about what's the best piece to do this with, and the best way to put it on. Use this piece again. So you're thinking more like, say, this or something? Or further back? I mean, adjusted, of course. It's not in a great position right now. What about this? I mean, I think I have to adjust it. Something like that, but it's minor. Okay. So, like, here, I take it. And then... This is... Doesn't want to align for me. Maybe here? Or? Backwards. Do that. I'm gonna rotate it around the other way. Come on, come on, peace. Cooperate. I mean, it's Spore, they don't like to cooperate. This game doesn't like to cooperate, but... So I guess more like this, maybe? Hold on. I can't shrink it much more. When a spore causes part to spaz out from the meticulously arranged position. Yep. I mean, there's also thought where I could take, fins like this, or even, windows like this and create fins out of them. Let's look at the duckbill piece. As an option. It's a weirdly shaped piece. But it could be a choice. So I guess, are you talking about like a recolored version of like this, for example? Okay, which one's the cheese wedge again? I have to remember what's being referred to here. I feel like I don't even know all the pieces by name. Oh, nothing. Just made fun of that part. Okay. Like, is that what you're thinking? I'm less certain on that. I'm slightly uncertain. There. I think I need to mess with the purple here again. More like this shade. Is that what I want? Or is that not what I want? One thing I want to quickly do is I want to quickly color these guys yellow. Maybe not that specific shade of yellow. I think that shade of yellow looks fine. And then just do it here. I think I kind of like those in the white. Okay, so one option is to paint something like this. One idea was back when droplets were red. Oh, okay. So you're talking more like this. I'll probably remove them. I think the droplets not looking red is best. Trying to decide on a good pattern here. So the other thought is that we do go back to something like this. But I think I like it in the straight red more. Yes! Yeah, I like that. I think we do use just a little bit of white detailing in some places. Like this. So we kind of have this back run of white here, but the rest of it's, you know, still red. And there is one other thing I can do. I can't use that piece for it. I have to steal... Oh, hold on, hold on. This is still miscolored. I have to steal this piece. Remove that. Paint it white. Okay, come on. Align, Spore. Be nice to me. Be nice to me. That didn't work anywhere near as well as anticipated. Okay, now we're starting to hit our complexity limit. Got a nice little racing stripe. You make creations in one sitting, you find yourself on getting impatient and distracted, extending the process to hour days. This is my second day of streaming this creation, so I can do it in one sitting, but oftentimes I'll do it in two. Okay, I'm gonna try white wings. I don't think that looks good. I think it looks better with the red wings. I want to try this as that shade. I want to try that as white too. I think that looks better with the white on it. I might try this with the white. Oh, I know what I need to try with the white. I need to try that with the white. I know what I need to do there on the inside. There we go. Do that. I could try this. Just working out the best color scheme for that part. Maybe that. Could do this, but no. A big plan and concept, or just freestyled it? Just freestyled it. Yeah, this is basically like entirely freestyled. No, I had some ideas. Like, I knew that I was going to go with a long nose like this and a cockpit and maybe some sort of like forward spoiler, or not spoiler, something like that. And that was it. That was kind of all I knew. So I knew I was going to have this piece here, and maybe something of this sort. And engines roughly in this area. A lot of this was just kind of figured out as I went along. Like, you know, I tried the conning tower piece out here, liked it, and then I'm like, oh hey, you know, let's do that. Let's kind of fill in the gaps, and yeah, use it that way, and that worked. Color do I want for this thing here? Do I want this to be a white? Do I want this to be, like, I think the yellow might look best there. I think that looks better with the white. I kind of like the the racing stripe down it looks good. The next question, do I want those wings? No, I think I want them to stay red. Next question is, do I want anything here to be white? Like that? Probably not. I probably want to keep this mostly red. Alright, saving it. I'm gonna quickly advertise it on Discord because it's like, this paint scheme looks good. It's weird. One of my computers has a blue light filter on, one of them doesn't. So when I look at Discord on one computer, it looks a little bit more blue, a little bit more maroon. And then when I move it to the other one, it's like, oh yeah, that is like perfect red. So the monitor I'm working on makes it look different than my other monitor just because of that filter, which is applied to one and not to the other. One thing we should probably do is the little sensor pod down here we should mess with. Oh, one thing I could do. What if I did that? Nah, I think it's better just kind of leave that gray. It adds this kind of interesting pattern on the bottom as a result of the wings placed down. Let's do a purple like this more. And what would be another good sensor color? Maybe like a blue. Maybe like this sort of blue. Bottom, is it neglected? Yeah, it is very easy to forget the bottom. It's also very difficult to work on the bottom, too. It's another thing. Just because of how the camera works. It's a little bit harder to aim down there. You know, I need the white for that. 100%. Okay, so first question, is this currently shareable? I'm gonna experiment. I'm gonna see if I can share this creation. Cancel. I'm gonna change the name to test share. Save new. Hit check. Alright. Let me give it a description and a tag. Trial and error is always fun, saying goodbye to detail after detail. That is a good sign, but I'm gonna reload my Spore page on the internet. On Spore.com, I should say. It did not share. That did not share, so that is beyond what we can do. Alright, you know what? Let's just work from... No, let's work from the original concept here. Alright, so currently we have hit a limit. Well, actually, no, let me go to the test here and just make everything asymmetrical and see how much... Actually, let's see how many things I have to make asymmetrical before it shares. That one took longer. As far as I can tell, it did not work. At least surprised what's draining the most complexity. I mean, everything? I mean, this is, with freedom, so... Hold on. Hold on. Did that not work? Make that asymmetrical, make that asymmetrical, make that asymmetrical. Check. Does this share? Does not. Alright. Making this asymmetrical and that asymmetrical. And actually, you know what? This piece should probably be asymmetrical too. Actually, you know what? Let's just make this piece asymmetrical. Just make all asymmetrical. If I make them all asymmetrical, then I won't know what I can still add. So I'm just seeing how many pieces I can make asymmetrical before I can share currently. So that can give me an idea of how much additional detail I can still add to the creation. Let's try this. Hello. Wow, I'm surprised this is still not sharing. So, I apparently did not have anywhere near as much complexity left as I thought I did. Right, let's try this. Still nothing. Be fine. Yeah. Let's try this. I should have just asymmetrical one piece there rather than 4, but that one piece would have gotten all of them. Confirmed, still not working. Wow. I'm actually not going to be able to add much more detail to this. And I don't have any doubts that I can share it right now. The problem is, I'm looking for how much extra I can get out of it. Nope. That piece is absolutely pointless. Make asymmetrical, so we'll do that. We'll do... That piece is absolutely pointless too. Let's do that one. Let's do this one. Still not sharing. Alright, time for the entire thing, I guess. Well, and everything I can. So, actually, that might be it. Yeah, that piece covers that piece. All those pieces up there, I got you, I got you. I have one piece hidden in here. So I can make that hidden piece asymmetrical. And I think that is currently it. Right? I've done you, I've done you. Alright. Last attempt. Okay, I just reloaded my Sporepedia page. Yes, I just checked. It was like I would reload the page and nothing would happen. And then I reloaded it again, and now all of them are there, and it's just like, fuck you. Alright, so, how many of them made it? How many of them made it? So, I'm counting 8 of them made it. So, I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So, this one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So, this one is however much I have left. So I need to figure out what... That piece is still symmetrical right now. Okay. So I'm going to go back to my original work in progress here, add a little bit more detail. And then I'll start to make it all asymmetrical and see if we can share it. I guess the Sporepedia was just not updating for me for some reason, and then it just suddenly updated them all at once. It's just like, crap. Been fine this whole time and didn't even realize it. Alright, one thing I wanted to do was... I wanted to add more coaster harnesses somewhere. I forget where, but it was somewhere. I think it might have been here. I think I might want to add one at the front of this, but I'm uncertain on that. So, if we were going to try this, Then I'm going to do that there. Put you in this piece. Take this piece, realign it. Is this the bigger one, or is this the smaller one? This is the bigger one, right? Yeah, so that needs to go there. Alright, so I want to try to adjust this properly. And see if I can just kind of get this to work as intended. I think it won't. Right on that? Yeah, I'm right on that. It won't work as I wanted it to. So what I want to do is actually put it on the other piece. I'm just reloading the Spore page just in case more of them share. Okay. Actually, let me tilt this piece upward just so I can kind of... Actually, you know what? Before I do this, I am just going to tilt this piece upward so I only have one of them to tilt rather than two and don't lose my reference. And then place this here. And now move it back in. Back into position. Now we have this piece attached here, and I can do a little bit of this trickery with it. Okay, come on. I think this should probably be a white one rather than... Does that look good or does that not look good? So I'm not sold on it. Black exhaust look great. Thanks. Do this. Always make it a little thicker if needed. How many C's are on that thick? Probably not many. It's kind of tiny. I'm like not fully sold by this. Like, that might not be the place I need to detail. Yeah, I think that gains by not having that detail on it, which is a bad sign. So, yeah. Where's a place where I'm kind of losing out because I don't have the detail? Maybe here. Maybe I need something kind of going from here to here a little bit better. Because it does look like the cutoffs are a little sharp. So if I just have like a normal cubby, but a long normal cubby, it's a little too thick. Okay, part of me is like, can I get a thinner one of these pieces? And the other part of me is, like, maybe not. Don't need a wire in there. Yep. These pieces are expensive, though. So I can get the cubby, but it's a little too wide, and I assume this is going to be too wide, too, even at its thinnest, yeah. So I would need something in here, because I can make these pieces smaller and thinner. Okay, so what I'm thinking about is putting a piece here, and doing this, maybe? That almost works. It's such a small detail, though. Nobody will notice. I have an idea. I know what I can fit here. You know what? That piece will work. That piece will work. Hello there, coaster harnesses. You are such a good piece. I'm trying to think, like, what the most underrated piece in the vehicle editor is. It's not these. These are used a lot. Okay, that is not in the best position. So I need to make it longer, thinner, closer in, and further back. Or maybe just in a different position. So let's try this again, but get a different piece this time. Actually, you know what? I'll haul that down again. Okay, so don't want to adjust you. I just want to move you up like that. Coaster harness are the best for optimization, seeing how as you get 2 for 1. Yeah. They are called coaster harnesses, right? And I'm not just butchering their name. Yep. These are such a good piece. Split it up a little bit. Okay, there we go. Now they're actually obscured in that whole piece, which means I have room to play with now. So my thought was extend these out. Move them in a bit. And then kind of have them track along the underside here. Like that. So let's see, do we want a yellow one or do we want... Oh, I kind of like the white one more. Yeah, definitely the white one. Okay, what other pieces can we get in? Best vehicle detail part can be debated, but the balloon bundle is inarguably the worst. Is that this thing? This horrendous thing? Or, no, are we talking about something over here, maybe? Or in here. Might be in here. Spazberry. Think of the Spazberry? Spazberry is inarguably the worst. Yeah, like, what does this have going for it? What can this be used for? What can the Spazberry be used for? Maybe a cloud. You could maybe make a cloud out of that. Yeah, I legitimately don't know what that piece could be used for. Is it even symmetrical? It's not even symmetrical. Sure. God. Yeah, that's a pretty bad part. I would say another set of bad parts is anything here. This whole set here is just bad parts. Has there ever been like a good use for any of these? Can't even recolor them, right? Can you? Yeah, see, it doesn't change color. They're hideous. I would say these are the normal balloon parts, they're not the greatest. Pretty bad in my opinion. But not the worst. There's stuff you could do with them. Not great stuff, but stuff. One part, you know what I think the underrated part is? These ways for intricate stuff on hiding part of them. What was it? These? Yeah, maybe. This is... The jet propulsion here is an underrated part, and I wish it could be used on airplanes. And the reason I say that is... Let me find it. This. I hid the propeller inside and had the outer side here be the engine cowling. So it gives you this nice curved engine cowling with an inside. That is such a good part, and it needs to be in the actual aircraft tree, not the space tree. Stuck in the boat tree. Maybe we can build fighter aircraft in the boat designer. Yeah, underrated part right there. And I only learned about that recently. I'm trying to look like what we could add here. Weapons add a lot of complexity. These don't as much. Like, do we want a custom logo somewhere? Red Falcon already made cars in Space Editor. They're the cool ass parts. Yeah. Have some of his stuff here. Already makes cars. Oh, oh yeah, I'm subbed to him. Wait. Yeah, there we go. I never got into building cars in the Space Editor. You know, I was always a tank builder, airplane builder, ship builder, sort of thing. But yeah, there are many more cool parts in the this editor. God, I'm getting distracted now. I actually do kind of like some of his tank series. Like, this is a pretty sweet looking MBT. Yeah, that's a pretty cool MBT. Could use a little bit more texture down here, I think. I think texture's a problem. Texture's always been a problem for tanks. I mean, even for my tanks, it's a problem. Yeah, that could have been textured better. I think I gotta go back all the way to the, these things, and maybe the Gale. Why am I showing these? I'm just showing these off. This was made so many years ago, and I'm like still happy about it. I'm still happy about this creation. I am getting distracted. Yes, this build needs to be done. Okay, so we still have a little bit of complexity to play with. Not much. Ooh, one thought. Hold on. So we take this, we turn it around like this, and we put it somewhere. Like a little dome thing. We want a little dome somewhere. So some people make happy. I'm sorry, that's a reference for like the Roller Waves 2 Discord. You're not gonna get that. Nobody. There's very few people in here who would get that. Nice pimple. Yes, a little pimple somewhere. Put a little pimple on this. Does that add or detract from the design? Or is it something where the color would add but the shape detracts? Because that might be the case. And if that's the case, then we do something about it. Here's what we do. No, why did I delete it? Let's spawn it back in. I will place our little pimple in here. Expand it to a large size so I can actually see it. Would be a good location for it? No, I think this would be a better location for it. Will this look better? Is the question. I think that looks better. Is that the right location for it, though? Is it okay, or is the next question, or not? I'm gonna put anything on that disc. That I don't know. I don't put anything on it. I might put stuff next to it. Might move it. I'm thinking about moving it. I guess the location, or the question is where. So let's get a smaller one, extend it out, so I can just kind of see roughly what it would look like in different locations. So let me just kind of hide this for now. There we go, hidden. So we could place it like here. But that's weirdly shaped. Oh, I could just get rid of the disc. There's a little tactic I used, or not a little tactic, a little build strategy I used not too long ago, which I could try again. That's taking two of, actually no, center it. Stack two of these on top of each other. And then do something like this. Get it exactly right. I think it was this. Was my design. So crisp, it looks like a texture. Thanks. I know I did this on a previous entry. But I want to see if I can, like, get it on the side somehow. Spore doing weird stuff again, because Spore being Spore again. But I'm not certain that white really sells it. My other entry worked really well, but I think that's just because of the colors I had. The colors I had to work with. This is one thought where I could make this bigger. Two. No. Let me look at how I did it on the other one. This is a previous entry. Oh. Oh, I see. I did something different. This isn't what I did. Oh, this does look good. We'd add something to the middle of it. Okay, I'm not getting away with that. Unless, there's one way I could get away. Well, first of all, there's two ways I could get away with it. First of all, I could do it as like an outer ring sort of thing. But I don't think I'm getting away with it that way. The other way I could get away with it is by placing it on here instead. Oh, you're going to bed? Alright, see you then. I could do this. Yeah, I could do this, and then give it like... Damn, that is a logo! Like, that is legitimately a logo. Let me actually try to get this more perfect. But yeah, that's legit. Right there. Alright, so I tried to color it this color, and that didn't work, so let's see if we can get it even wider than this. Hey, that worked. Okay, so I guess the question is, do we want it there? Or do we want to put it here? And let's try it here. I don't think I can fit it in here. Yeah, I think I do need to put it where I have it right now. Yeah, that's a nice little logo. Nice little racing logo. What I wanted to try is... No, hold on. I think we want this shade. I want to see if there's like a different coloration I can get on these wings to add like a stripe to them somehow. I think that will also work well enough. That one won't. This. Yeah, I honestly think that's good. I should probably have like additional details I can just remove. So maybe like a smoothness transition here could be one thought. Is one thing I could try to add. Go down. This way. Not sure. I'm not fully sure this piece is needed, but I think it might look okay. Oh yeah, I think that looks better. Hmm. I could do a highlight build strategy here. I don't know if this will ruin it or save it, but we'll try it. Just put it on the other side. It's very much something that the user highlight would do. That was a long time ago. A lot of his builds. I'm not sold it'll work here. But I'm not sold it won't. Wing pods, yes or no? I don't know, I don't have enough people watching me to tell me. What if I made him bigger? Not quite as long. Like this. I think it looks better without. Let's. What if we did? Ooh, could I get? No. Yeah, I think it's better to leave it like that. I have an idea. Well, I think I have a piece I can add. Okay, so I need to extend this piece backward. About that far. Make sure it's not clipping there, that's good. Maybe not quite that far, maybe there. Bring it up, and then we add a couple coaster harnesses to it. I'll do minimum size coaster harnesses for now. But if I need to, I can just mess with their size. I don't need to be precisely aligned on the top portion. motion, so I think I need to move these in slightly. Okay, come on. Spore, stop being stupid. Thank you, and thank you. Do each a touch wider. There we go. That is a little bit of additional detail, which I actually do think looks good. So let's save it. I'll do test share. Let's call it v2. Okay. And then I'm just gonna make everything asymmetrical and just kind of see how many additional pieces I can get away with adding to it. I think that will be what I do. Alright, so now it's saved new. I'm not at risk of losing the old losing the old one anymore. That does, that does, that does. These don't. Then on the other side here, I guess that technically covers that and that, right? Oh. Okay, there we go. We're back. Alright. Place test share v2. And try our test share. Do you publish? It did. It did successfully publish. Alright, so let's see. How many more parts do I have to go with? Okay, so that's asymmetrical. I want to see what else I can get away with. So I'm going to add in just... Oh yeah, I have one more cube I can make asymmetrical here. Alright, so let's see. Can we get like 5 cubes in? We can get 5 cubes in. Can we get 10 cubes in? So I just want to see how much more I can get out of this. I cannot get 10 cubes in. There's no comment section there. So I get 5 cubes in. Let's try 8. I cannot get 8 cubes in. Let's try 6. I can get 6 in. And I get 7 in. I can get 7 in. So that's how much I have to work with. 7 cubes. 7 cubes worth of material. I'm gonna have to, like, delete all of these, aren't I? Alright, so we haven't made anything asymmetrical here. And we have 7 cubes worth of... 7 non-asymmetric cubes worth of material to work with. Roughly. Before we can't add anything anymore. Although there's also other... Although also, who knows? This is at least a couple of additional parts, though. It's like I'm getting... I feel like I'm getting distracted right now. Because it's like... Well, I've got nothing else I want to add to this. But I'm gonna keep adding. I'm gonna keep adding to just improve my chances as much as humanly possible. Because I need to beat Gonzalo. But I think that looks better without that. Like, how can I improve this thing's looks? Might be able to do more with the engines. That's a thought. Let me look at, you know, this guy's engines. Actually pretty similar. This one of them has a cone through it. I mean, look at Gonzalo's engines. They are... She doesn't make them as interesting. Well, these ones are interesting. What else is here? Anything else here? That's also Gonzalo. These are better. Where are a couple other good ones? RG's pretty good. Stop it. I'm trying. Trying to operate Twitch on my other monitor briefly. Oh yeah, this Tapion guy did well, too. And his engines are very similar, so... Like, what else can I add? It's like, I'm done! I'm done! But I still have... I can still add stuff to it. That's the question is, after I get this done, am I even gonna need another entry? Like, is that something that would be necessary of me at this point? Or is that something where this is like, no, I've already built this? I mean, not sure this is a guaranteed first in the competition, but I think it's a guaranteed second. I actually do think that kind of helps a little bit. What if I rotate this the other way around? I think that's just better. The way I already had it's just better. I have an idea. 1 cube there. Or, that doesn't look right, so we could instead do this. Actually, that kind of looks cool. It goes beyond the engine too. That's a little darker of a color to color those in. I think that'll work. Those are... that's an even darker color though. Nope. I was thinking about something interesting I could do here. But no, I don't think that'll work. Is there, like, legitimately anything else I can add? I got it. More coaster harnesses, and I know where. It's just accessing that spot, which is a pain. There we go, now I should be able to. So my thought is 2 more of these guys located about here. Turn this way and brought down that way. Could always do this. Have one set yellow, one set white. I think that'll work. It's like I've already found a color scheme. I think the problem is I found a color scheme which works really well with less detail. I'm trying to add more detail to it and make it look better. One thing I want to do is see if I can adjust these slightly. At this angle it kind of looks weird. I'm just doing this is better. Just what can I add? What can I add to something? Which I think already looks amazing. I mean, I guess what to add is a better problem than what to remove, but no. I'm like legitimately a little stuck. I do a little bulge here, or bulge here. Kind of at the top of these wires. Okay. Could try to get this guy in there. A little pancake sort of thing. Extending over. I think I will. It's just how to get it in. Because I need it over this piece in specific. Here's what we do. Raise you up. The thing is, I can change the position of this as much as I want. Alright, so that aligns with about the middle of that there. So I want you to align probably about there. Okay? Time to realign these pieces. These ones were rough to align. Recall, I had to do something like this. Or like there. That gets me this piece in, which I can now do what I want with it. So it has a small bulge for the tops of those to go into, and do I like it or do I not like it? What if I moved it in just a little bit more? Oh hey, I can minimize, I can shrink that piece even more. Now, I think I need to move it slightly backwards. Yeah, there we go. I kind of like that, actually. There we go. Now, kind of have something for those wires to go into. Okay. What now? What now? What now? What now? We really haven't added that much with those, couple of additions. That's the question is, I could just consider it done and leave it as is. Only thing I would want to add is like a stripe to the wing, and I'm not even sure I could do that successfully right now. So getting a picture of this is going to be hard because, or getting a good thumbnail of this craft is going to be hard because it's over complex. I have to remember, there's a way to go into camera mode and designer, isn't there? I'll have to look up Spore cheats again. Is this something I leave as is? Because we added, what, these? This? And these? I guess that might actually be about it. So yeah, let's go. Let's come up with a name. Let me enter in the contest information. Actually, no. Let's see. So we had, what, 6 cubes? So 1, 2, 3. Probably 4 right now. I'm gonna say 5. I think we can add like 1 more cube in somewhere. Let's try it. 1 cube. 1 cube of additional detail. Where do we put it? This will be the last piece we add. I know what I want. This piece. This will be the last piece. And this will just get a much smoother transition between these two pieces. It's the only reason I'm adding it in. We need a name. Ooh, I'm gonna look up racing. Let's look up a list of racing aircraft. So, aircraft racing. Sigwin Wasabi Special, Rare Bear, Galloping Ghost, Sweet Dreams. Isn't that was special? Hurricane Voodoo. Wasn't Galloping Ghost the one which crashed? Yeah. Why is it describing some of these aircraft as operational when clearly they're not? Maybe it was just they saw operational service. I don't know. Let's still racing aircraft names. This is the Renault air races. We can see the name. I can go see the names there. There we go. Okay, so yeah, what? Sawbones, Goldfinger, Pretty Polly, Miss America, Bunny, Wee Willie 2, Lady B, Blondie, Dreadnought, Argonaut, 924G, Speedball, Alice. So Jets, Blue Ice, Red Thunder, No Compromise, Sluggo, Tumbling Goose, Miss Piggy, Dark Shadow, Sauron's, Athena, Drop Bear, Robin 1, American Spirit, Miss Independence, Just Lucky. Lucky Girl. Miss Karen 2. White Lightning's a pretty good name. There's a coaster named that too. And what is with some of these names? Some of them are like good, and some of them are like bad. I have one named Baby Boomer. Who named the racing aircraft Baby Boomer? Yeah, I'm just looking for inspiration. Okay, maybe look up red racing aircraft. Just minus bowl. Okay, so name Buster. Sweet Dreams is red. Sweet Dreams is actually a very similar color to what I'm working with. Yeah, Red Baron, I see both the racing aircraft and the original. Goodyear. Oh, that's a cool looking F2 or F4. F2G Super Corsair actually, but like F4U model. I'm just trying to look for any names. Cabin Comet. What is it? Flying? Atomic Pumpkin. Okay, so I'm trying to think, like, what are things that are red? Well, I mean, demons, devil, they're usually portrayed as red. I could go with that. Blood is red. Probably don't want to go with that. Some parrots. Although I guess they count as demons, so... What animals are red? Some species of snake. This is kind of like a maroon too, so I pick something which goes more with a maroon sort of red. Yeah, some species of snake are red. I'm just trying to think of like other red things preferably in nature. Various fruits. Do we want to name our racing or extremely fast X-Fighter racer after a fruit? That sounds like an amazing idea. Not. I mean, the problem is animals in nature, like, mammals in nature, they aren't red. None of them evolved to be red. None that... Maybe the red panda evolved to be red? Other than that? Like foxes are orange. Red panda's kind of orangish. Orange-reddish. But outside of that, no. They mostly evolved towards some form of, like, brown, tan, white, or gray, or black. Because... I mean, that blends in best with shadows and such. and dirt and dead leaves. Those were the most commonly picked colors by nature. Or colors of hair by nature. Could also be just other colors of hair are hard to produce, but you know they probably don't offer many advantages. I would say it could also be that other colors of hair are hard to produce, but parrots exist, and parrot feathers are like any color. So that kind of shoots in the foot. Other than purple, are there any purple colored parrots? I'm not sure I've seen that. I can think of red, I can think of green, I can think of blue, I can think of yellow. Not much else. Oh, cardinals are red. Not naming it that, though. Ticks. Some fish species. Would name our racer after a fish? Probably not. Are there any, like, fast fish which are red? I'm curious. Now I'm curious. Now I am curious. Let's see. Fast red fish. Not food. God damn it. Minus food. I don't even know if there's... Red whole fish. Species. It's just bringing up red snappers. That's all it's doing. You could name this the red snapper. That might be a good name. I'm gonna look up red snapper just real quickly on Wikipedia, just to make sure it is appropriate. Red snapper is a fish species. There's a couple of them. Okay, so what do they do? Distribution, reproduction, growth, commercial and recreational use. Be nibblers and pickers. Sure, anglers. Hmm. I'm trying to figure out if they're like difficult to catch or something. That would be a good, if that would be a good name for a spaceship or not. I mean, looking at the Red Bull Air races, there are far worse names you can pick. This fire is red. Well, fire's partly red. There's some yellow and orange in there. Red's kind of one of those hot colors. Hmm. Maybe I'll just go with like the snapper rather than the red snapper, just the normal or the snapper. Um, just kind of have that red be the inspiration for that name. Um, okay, I need a designation now. Okay. I'll give it what the Okay, if I look up, say, let's for example say rare bear. Modified F8F. Okay, Dago red. Okay, that's another red racing plane. It's actually 2. Oh, it was destroyed. There's a list of them. List of racing planes on Wikipedia. Precious metal. Baron. Oh, that one got destroyed. Oh, he survived somehow. Fury. That one just crashed, unfortunately. Nami, purpose-built racing aircraft. There's Voodoo. Voodoo actually looks pretty cool. So I'm trying to think of like a military aircraft designation. I mean, historically you have stuff like the F8F, P-51. There's some fighter aircraft. What about, what is... Okay, so Saab uses like JAS, so other stuff's on the table rather than just, F or P or weird stuff like that. Alright, let's look up. Okay, so Dassault goes with like the Mirage series. But I mean, they just have a name and then that. Well, you want, a certain amount of symbols. So, hmm. Okay, you know what? How about this? Well, mod. Actually, no, here. Let's come up with something. Okay, I'll take a Q. I know I'm not gonna take a Q. We're not calling it the map. God damn it. Alright. I'll go MP instead. No. Nope. Okay, so how about this? I'll roll and then count the number of letters. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Why don't we do MPE 8? MPE 18, screw it. We'll add the extra 1. So take this, copy it in there. How about we call it like RMod? We'll do this. How about? Okay, that'll work. That'll work. That's a good name. Now I just gotta quickly find what I need. So I haven't made this asymmetrical yet. I'm gonna save it separately on my computer. You know what? Take this, copy that, paste it there. So we'll call it original. And say still with full symmetry, and then we'll take this, put it in there. Okay, so now that should work. What is the tag I need? No other people have it. I'll just steal it. Sporearchives 26? No, hold on. No, let's go to the Sporecast. There is the Sporecast here. Maybe he just has like this on. Yeah, I'll just do Sporearchives 26. Racing, race, racer, that'll work. Okay. We need a name. Alright, time to bring up a random name generator. If this works. If they load. It would be nice if they loaded. They don't load. Good job. Okay, so I can't use random name generators then. Let's... I'll just not give it a, pilot name. That is the most boring description I could have typed out for this thing. But who cares? I don't. Right. Alright, so now we've done that, and now it is time to get to making this all asymmetrical. Hello. Oh, that was not what I wanted to press. There we go, that's what I wanted to press. Okay, I don't know at what point I screwed that up on. Let's just make sure that all of that is properly asymmetrical. Is that it? I think so. I think that's all the pieces I need. I think, yeah, those two are on that piece, so it doesn't matter. Oh, right, yeah, there is that one piece clipped into it at the back. There you go. Now I think that's everything. I'm gonna lower it down slightly. And there we go. Look at this thing. Well, that's that done. My first entry is done. Okay, I'm gonna do a quick inspection of it just to make sure that everything is good and painted as I want. And I think it is, so yeah, I think it's gonna be time to submit it now. Probably just do that on stream before I say bye. So yeah, let's just quickly do that. Grab this. So what do we need? Entries. Okay, so it says 3 entries max per contestant. Just quickly putting this in on Discord. And then taking here and paste the image in. And there we go, entry done. And with that, I guess I will see you guys next time after this was very successful. It's like, just, I did not expect this to turn out this way. I'm just quickly taking a couple pictures of it like this. Well, anyway, thank you all for watching. I will hopefully try to get a thumbnail done, get these up on YouTube, as well as that Rule the Waves 2 live stream I still got to get up there. So yeah, if you happen... Okay, you know what? I'm not going to bother for Twitch this time. If you're watching this on YouTube... Okay, no, if you are watching this on Twitch, because some people do watch these after the fact, I have links to my Discord, YouTube, and Twitter in my description. You can join my Discord for notifications on live streams. You can go to YouTube for past live streams, and Twitter exists. If you happen to be watching this on YouTube instead, then there is no YouTube link because that would be redundant. However, the Discord links and the Discord link and Twitter link will be in the description below. And instead of a YouTube link, there will instead be a Twitch link, and that is where you can originally watch all these live streams. So, thank you everyone who tuned in to watch this. I'm pretty happy with how this has turned out. This is probably one of my best looking creations ever in Spore, and I think I had a little bit of complexity remaining when I finished it. So yeah. Ugh. Well, I don't know what else to add. I guess I'm getting boring lately. Not much to talk about. Right. Bye.